And he's kind of reinstated himself in the defensive player of the year-ish range. I don't think he's quite into like the inner circle of those candidates, but I think he's for all defense for sure though. That's been big. And
you get me fired up. This defensive player of the year.
Oh, it's going to get you fired up? I didn't realize.
I'm going to get so fired up.
Do you want to save it, or
Draymond
you want to just go into
so
it?
mad.
You want to just go into it right now?
We can kind of dive into it, DPOY.
Yeah.
Because Jaren Jackson Jr. is a guy that's up there. If Draymond wins it, I'm going to be furious.
Oh.
Have you ever read a book and it's really good at the beginning and then it's read a book at the beginning and then it's really bad in the middle and then at the end of the book it gets good again? Do you think that book deserves special awards as opposed to a book that's been pretty good the whole book?
Yeah.
What do you prefer?
And
because
honestly,
we just forget that Draymond and the Warriors were bad for months in the middle of the year? Like, just bad? So we're going to reward them when they get, like, rejuvenated through a trade and just forget all previous transgressions when you have dogs like Amen Thompson, dog, the torture chamber, dog, and you're just gonna forget about him and reward Draymond because he has a podcast and can like be his own media
That's the
campaign.
part that annoys me. That's the part that annoys me. I don't necessarily hate because even when they were bad, the Warriors were bad, Draymond was still their defensive centerpiece and like anchoring things on it. Like he was still being Draymond. I think that he's definitely in the range of some of the candidates. I just don't get why he's such a favorite all of a sudden just because he talked about it on his podcast. He's like, why not me?
I think we should still give it to Wemby. Just still give it. I don't care about the C5 games. Give it to Wemby anyway.
I think we should give it to Mobley, to be honest, would be my pick. I don't mind the torture
Mobley's
chamber
another
pick.
guy I forgot to say.
Yeah.
No, I heard it had to have been the Bill Simmons podcast. When the Thunder played the Celtics, Jaylen Brown was in the torture chamber and could not do a single thing. He was in prison.
There's been a few guys.
There was no escape. And no, like, your favorite guy doesn't want to see Lou Dort.
Yep.
If Kobe Bryant was playing in today's NBA, Lou Dort is his...
Bane.
Oh my goodness, I blanked on his name. No, I see his face.
He just got his jersey retired. Grit and Grind Grizzlies.
Yeah, Grizzlies and Celtics.
Tony Allen.
Tony Allen. Lou Dort is this generation's Tony. No one wants to see Lou Dort. No one.
That's
And
fair.
when you are that good at taking away someone's best thing, and it's so versatile.
Yeah, and he's doing it on the best defense of all time.
Yeah, and it stretches all the way from Jamal Murray type of guards to Jaylen Brown type of guard forward combo.
They even had him guarding
He does
Jokic
it all.
some plays.
And he's like 5'11". It's like Marcus Smart on steroids. It's insane.
Yeah.
And he does not get enough love. And I think it's because there's so many more like there's an MVP to talk about. And there's a giant 7-foot 3-point shooting unicorn to talk about. And there's like a really great two-way, like the most overqualified 3-and-D guard in Jalen Williams. Can't really shoot threes as well. But anyway, that's not the point. Like just overqualified. Like he just gets forgotten about. But like he's terrifying. I feel like if there's ever like a clutch scenario, buzzer beater shot, it does not matter who is taking it. They're putting Lou Dort. Lakers, Thunder, somehow it's game 7, last second shot. They're going to say, Lou Dort, you follow the ball. It does not matter who is catching it. You put that man in a prison. And he will, because that's what the torture chamber does. Anyway, that's my small little rant. If you didn't know who I want to win DPOY, it's Lugens Dort. Like bad. But there's like elements of Triple J. Obviously, he's won it before. Very good defensive player. You said Mobley is another one on a defense that does not get as much flowers because it's like kind of the stigma of the Cavs have bad defense. Cavs defense has not been that bad this year. It's not been like
I think it's been
beaters,
really good
been
the past like 5 years. Who says the Cavs have bad defenses? Do people say that?
Maybe it was. I thought right when Donovan Mitchell got there, their defense was not good, and maybe it's not good because their centers are just out or confused or down at times.
I think the past 5 years, every year they've been at least like top 7 or 8 defense.
Oh, so maybe I'm just delusional. Very likely.
I want to say I might be forgetting a year in there where it was bad, but I'll have to check on that.
I just feel like their offense is the only thing that gets talked about. Maybe that's a better way to word that.
Yeah,
as opposed to so Mobley's got that case for him. I don't know. I just think the best defensive player, without a question, on that good of a defensive team with that many doesn't win DPOY feels crazy to me. It was crazy.
No, yeah.
But then you also have like it's kind of like the MVP thing of like, well, if that player is gone, how much is their defense worse? I'm like, not everyone has the luxury of just being like, come on, Wallace, you want to come up and shut down a guard or they can slide. Like, not everyone has the luxury to be that versatile, I guess. Like, it's just Lou Dort for MVP of the league. I love Lou Dort.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Sorry.
But yeah, I just don't get why Draymond can be like, not really in the discussion as much. Like he's amongst some of the candidates, but he's lower than some of the favorites. And then all of a sudden he's just like, hey, I feel like I should get, a chance. And then everybody just like agrees. I'm surprised by that. Why is everybody like, yeah, you're right. Let's just do that. I don't know. That's what makes me mad about it. It's like, how can you control the narrative that easily? Just by being like, how about me?
I deserve it, I think. It's whatever.
But,
it's whatever.
Yeah. Anyways.